Welcome to another Eternal Cold Hunt draft. Can we keep the past 5 drafts? We've managed to actually get 7 wins. So we're on a 5-win streak here. Can we actually keep it? From elements, so already solid removal spell, and if you manage to get the transmute, it plays a ridiculous unit. All of the from rares are pretty solid if you can actually get the influence to transmute it, right? That's what you want to do. Not crazy. Its front side is pretty good. The transmute gives you not a bad unit. Let's see. First Frost Shaman I'm looking at here. The Wreck-Tours Leatherhide. I mean, I kind of just want to see if we can get from elements to work here. I like time. Fire, not so much, but if we can get it to work, let's see where we go from here. So remember, ideally we want the transmute, so we want to be heavier time and fire. So what do we got? Oh, straight into the hurler? Well, I mean... So what do we got here? Skycred Banner actually is perfect for from elements, but I think the hurler's super strong card. Yeah, we'll take the hurler. Okay, I'm liking this start so far. What else do we got? Cinder Sprite, not a fan of those overly aggressive cards there. Bang Sarasaur is just a really strong unit. This is a Spells Matter card, which works well with the hurler, but also Fledgling here, which is okay. Kind of just like taking the Sarasaur here. Pretty strong unit. Ooh, what's this edict? That could be okay. Oh wait, this is just easy Elcian Banner here. We'll take the banner here. Helps us become more likely to get from below active. Ooh, okay, so we're looking at a cut ties here. Magma Javelin is also fine removal, and an infuse with venom. I think we're gonna end up taking the Magma Javelin here. Once again, just try to make the from elements effect work. Seek Power or Horned Verlunk. Man, Seek Power would be great, but the Vorlunk is just a really solid unit. Yeah, we'll take the strong unit here. Okay, Azuri. Since ideally we're just splashing Primal, since this only requires 1 Primal Influence. But who knows, that might not even end up working. And the Azuri is much better than the Outlaw. But well, we're gonna stick to the plan until we... Next pack will probably be the deciding pack. Ugh, yeah, this is pretty gross. Guess we'll just take Infuse. Soaring Pendant's good if we're aggressive, but we aren't, especially in these specific factions, we aren't looking to be that aggressive. I'll take a Dispel here. It's not half bad, actually. And then just another night card. Oh, we'll take it, but probably not play it. 2 killer cards. So, right, 1 cost 1/1's just not impactful enough. And the game really wanted to give us that anyways. Okay, Ice Bully. We can take this guy. I actually really don't know how amazing Ice Bully really is. Everything just comes back, and it's not like he has Overwhelm, so they could just continually block it and just survive. But I'm thinking we pick up the Ice Bully here. To note, it is double Primal, which isn't great for us. But who knows, maybe we'll be evenly all 3 factions. I hope that's not the case. So here we have the Ice Blade I'm looking at. We have Carnosaur Beta. Nice premium diminish, but that's definitely not what we're taking here. Yeah, Carnosaur Beta is Honestly, obviously Embezzler is good, but we're nowhere near Shadow. So yeah, we'll take the Carnosaur Beta. Oof. We have no justice whatsoever. Pull from duty is what I'm looking at right here, right? All the invoke uncommons are great. Battlefront Dasher's fine, we'd totally play it, but it's just a okay unit. Lotus Instructor is a little more impactful, but the Snow Peak Eagle helps us actually with our primal requirements, so I'm kind of leading towards Eagle here. And who knows, we might not be able to get the fire influence off, so I think that's totally fine. Oof. Curfew Patrol's amazing. Maybe just Carnosaur Beta versus Warrior Monk. I don't mind having one Warrior Monk, especially the Overwhelm helps you end the games pretty solidly. In Eavesdrop I would love to play, but it's just not where we're at here. Okay, now we get this. Why don't we stick with Elcian? Pretty weak pack with us. It does look like Justice is more open, so I think I'm going to end up taking a Disarm here, rather than just a very mediocre 3-drop. Okay, Lotus Instructor here over a Learn to Bite. There's a Warning Shot. Ice Over would be great. Warning Shot helps with for all the reasons I was saying earlier. Another Lotus Instructor, sure. Graviturgist, actually that does work out with this as well. Over Targov's wares, yeah, I think that's fine. Vow of Silence, Nascent Whips. We aren't playing something that's double faction like that. Okay. Really weak pack for us here. So right, best cards in the pack, the rares. The Rare and Zedu are two really good shadow cards. Stonebreaker Bow. Last Light Refugee, so I guess it's just a Hoof Stomp. Otherwise, just two Inscribe cards here. Out of these, I would prefer Ice Over. But I think we just pick up the Hoof Stomp here. Okay, Huru Tome. Doesn't help us at all. We have a Caldera Captain. Maybe we just try to be straight up all three. I think Caldera Captain's just too strong to pass versus a Warning Shot here. And I prefer it over Twin Flame Brood. Yeah, here's going to be one of those concessions. I just don't think we can reliably enough play a Stormblast. I think it's fine for us to somewhat splash the Hurler, even though Ice Bully's 2 influence. It's 7 cost. It's going to be later in the game. And then, once again, From Elements does want us to bias towards Fire being one of our main factions. And we need to even out the lower portion of our curve here. More tough picks here. I can't pass up the power level, and we'll take out the 4-color primal. Or 4-cost primal card. Damn, breach the defenses here, so nothing here but a Molten Feet or a Scale Hide. And once again, since primal is the color we're kind of... we want to splash more so. I think I'll take a Scale Hide here over the Molten Feet. Okay, Curiox's Hunt. I'm not going to say no to that. Over a Face of Betrayal. Yeah, nice. I'll take an Invoke card any day. Twin Flame Brood or Molten Feet here. Once again, our lower cost units are fine. I I'd rather just make sure we hit our faction requirements. Is this a decent card? Every time I see this, I'm like, you're wasting a card to just like upgrade one of your cards. Like, it seems very meh. But I mean, I don't need any of these, so I'll just take it and I'll put it to the pool. Not really interested in any of these. Frostpack Sprite is fine, but just dies to so much. I'll take it. Man, it couldn't be an inscribe. We're playing 3 colors. It couldn't be in one of those. Does it matter? None of these matter. Okay, I honestly think we just want 2-cost spell just to survive. Okay, so let's see if we can even out our curve here. That's very odd. When you play unit, create and draw a +2/+1 weapon. It's a great card to find earlier in the draft where you can like bias your deck towards that. So what are we looking at here? Still could be a solid card. Otherwise, we got a 3-cost unit here. It is double faction, which is pushing me away from it. A Magma Javelin for more removal. Yeah, I think we're going to take the Illuminator here. Once again, just evens out our curve a little bit. Torch? We're going to take Torch and be happy about that. Ooh, this is going to be a scary, scary draft. Nurturing Sentinel. When a unit goes to your void, you get +1 power. Okay, Bold Adventure. I think we're just at the point where we need to take a lower cost unit. Hellfire Rifle, 3 damage. Oh, it's pretty meh. Adaptive Predators, a solid finisher. Probably just the Xenon Guardian, but we're so good at 5. Like, what 4-drop are we cutting if we draft it? These are inscribed cards. We just have too many 4s. We just have to take the Blood Spearfoot Soldier, unfortunately. When the wielder hits the enemy player, draw a card. Is that something we're interested in? Or do we just want another 2-drop so we don't die? Yeah. I actually don't mind a 1 of Backlash. And it's a card that's later in the game. We don't need to cast it on turn 2. And since we're light or primal, it helps with that versus another 4-drop. We aren't playing a Reckless card. Oh boy. Versus what? Predators? Yeah, we'll just rare draft up. I don't like any of this. We already have a Dispel. We'll just take another Magma Javelin. Would we play Smith's Hammer? That goes pretty good on a lot of our 4-drops, actually. If you have 2 or fewer influence, gain an influence of your choice. It's kind of luck-based. I'd rather just have the weapon at that point. Okay, another Backlash. Oof. So unfortunately, the packs were not kind to us. Let's add power here. We already kind of know we're going to go down to... Take out Mithril Mace. We're going to go down to 15. 5, 10, 15, 16. So what are we? We're lighter primal. Okay, 15 power. We need to make 6 cuts here. Let's cut a Dispel. kind of clunky, expensive card. Maybe cut one Backlash. Frostpack Sprite, not something we really want. Okay, our curve turned out much nicer. I'll take out one Lost in Thought here. Realistically, we're only splashing, so yeah, maybe we don't even really want the Backlash. Just having that in hand, an already situational card made more situational by us potentially not having the influence required. Like when we finally draw the Primal Sigil, and it might not even still be good. Really weird deck. I don't think it ended up working out. I think we could have hopped ship for Justice or Shadow a lot sooner. I was kind of hoping we would have ended up seeing some Fire, but it definitely looked like Primal and Fire were kind of cut. But let's see what we can manage here. It's definitely, the deck's got game, so it's not like we're totally going to get blown out of the water here. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, aggressive start. We're fine with that. We can just warning shot right away. Love it. Okay. Are we already gonna get punished? Is this a random sigil? Oh. Can we spike the Primal Sigil? I wish this was search for it, man. Okay, come on, Primal Sigil. Okay. I mean, we probably just play the Molten Feet. We'll attack. Sure, trade our unit for their unit. We're fine with that. Once again, we're playing the long game here. We need to draw our splash factions, etc. Okay, that's not great for us, considering we can't block it, but we have Infuse with Venom. But they could easily have Free Fire or Finest Hour.
This might be explosive.
Whew. That's awesome for us. Okay, we'll play Warrior Monk and we'll gain the 5 life since we aren't worried about playing anything next turn. We get punished if we draw Primal Sigil. Really. Really? Oh, sorry about that. I mean, we're just gonna attack here. Okay, that's not great for us. So we'll do the most we can with our power. We aren't going to burn those on his health. He's at 29. We'd rather snipe a 1 health unit.
Who's next?
Oh yeah, that's just great. But I don't, do we just burn it now? I mean, he's not gonna block, realistically. We'll play the Sarasaur. And I'll pass the turn here. I know it's not an efficient use of our power, but okay, perfect. I would much rather use my killer on that. Okay. So we will use our Time sigil here. Give our dinosaur killer. And we get to invoke. Your units have charge, pay 10 and sacrifice it to have your health become 50. Okay, these are all pretty bad. And 06 doesn't really do anything. Read the stars lets us dig deeper into our deck for something. I guess this is kind of annoying, but it just helps us not die. I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, let's take that. I guess if we're gonna play this no matter what, we'll use that. Just in case he had a pump spell he could still use. And I don't really want to torch the 3/3. Both of our units on board finish. They tussle with it in combat. The only downside is if he ripped a weapon. But I mean, I think we're going to be fine here. So I'll play that. Caldera Captain pushes the most damage, and I almost think we almost just ignore the prize fighter. This doesn't stay, it doesn't give it permanent life steal. And then we give our buff to our unit that has revenge, right? That way it can come back and it almost gets the effect from our unit double. Okay, nice. Oh shit, we got gold. I like that. Okay, game 2. Let's see what we can do here. So we have no fire source. But we have solid enough. Well, we have one removal spell for something. So we'll use the banner first. Hopefully our opponent's not aggressive. So we need a solid amount of sigils here, so I am just... Scale Hide will probably come in more handy than Vow of Silence. Yeah, so we'll most likely end up burning this just for the removal spell, which is fine, but... Ooh. That's really awful for us. Okay, play the Nurturing Sentinel. Hopefully we can rip a Primal Sigil with it. I keep misspeaking. I meant Fire Sigil, and that's what we got, so I'm happy. He left up 2. I don't know why that is. Probably a pump spell. I don't really want to give the charge. Once again, we aren't aggressive, so... I don't want to attack with a Nurturing Sentinel and just run into a Find the Moment and lose our unit for no reason. Here, though, do we want him to waste his turn to do that? There was no pause there unless he was super quick with it. Okay, he definitely has it then if he waited to play the Charge Hammer. So what we'll do here is we'll just play... So, actually, wait a minute. If we think about this, right, he's going to try to use the Find the Moment when he attacks with Charge Hammer. So if we just, from elements, deal 3 to it, it won't work because we'll have already blocked. Does Scale Hide beat Find the Moment? It just saves our unit. Ugh. Wow, I really don't like any of our options here. I guess we should have just baited it out then. Okay, let's attack with the 1/4 here.
Don't make me angry.
Play the hurler and pass. So right now we're playing around Find the Moment. That's what he's represented, especially since he didn't play his charge unit pre-combat. Okay, so he just wants to hold it up. I'm fine with that. Getting a lot of our splash faction, which is really annoying. I almost don't want to kill it, because then he's going to draw. Okay, none of these are fast spells, so if we attack with the hurler, he can Find the Moment for +5/+5. And we can save it with Scale Hide. Okay, yeah, I like that. Or just blocks with the 2/1 and gets the sigil he needs. Not what I was expecting. Okay, so we'll Scale Hide to save our unit. Kind of crummy, not the most efficient use of our turn. I would like to Lotus Instructor on our Endurance guy, but
Just a little more.
okay, that's nice for him. That deals 3 damage. These aren't fast spells, so that's fine. I think we just need to hoof stomp it. Let's see. We can't Lotus Instructor. If we Lotus Instructor, then we can hoof stomp next turn. Wait, what? Without Overwhelm, and he gave it Overwhelm? Okay, that's obnoxious. He could trade. Okay, so we don't have great options here besides if I hoof stomp the Lotus Instructor. Yeah, I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these options. Let's attack with a 2/5. This is going to be a tough game. Our opponent's still got a lot in hand, but I would like to start pressuring our opponent. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So now we can hoof stomp the 4/3. Attack with 2 units here. Now next turn we can even maybe snowball and get a 5/5 gain 2. 5/5 overwhelm gain 2. No blocks here, we're racing. There potentially was a pause there.
For Sultan.
Okay. So I think it's just Caldera Captain. That makes all of our guys trade. He would need to double block the 4/3. Then he's taking lots of damage.
I don't miss.
Yeah, I think this is just what we do here. Caught the mic. This has been a really difficult game to navigate. Okay, we still can't kill him. I'm feeling really good. We're so far ahead, we technically have him down to 3 in a way with Snowball. Okay, that'll kill Caldera Captain. Or we can just from below it. Yeah. Let's not get cute and save it for the transmute. Like, this is just gonna do so much for us. If he burns Find the Moment or something on it, I mean... yeah, this is just gonna be game. He can play 1 unit here. Once again, we're racing. Not even gonna let him use a combat trick to kill one of our units.
I represent the
Okay. Okay, math. So killing the 2-1 doesn't really help us since that can't trade with anything. So using both snowballs on the 3-2. He can't double block to kill anything after that. So yeah, so we just kill the 3-2. Attack with everything. He has no great blocks here. Yep, forced to trade, take 5. Or not trade, but...
Follow my lights.
now he took 2 debt there, so at most he could have 5 power this turn if he plays a sigil. So let's... yes, let's go! That was a well-navigated game on our part. Let's go. Okay, we are 3-0 currently. This is game 4 with a... man, a really sketchy hand. We're so far from playing Ice Bully, and we have a double... yeah, this is just already a 5-card hand. So we'll take our free mulligan here. Yeah, we just gotta go down a card. Wow. Okay. I mean, sometimes the shuffler just says, hey, no, no win for you. This hand is almost a double mulligan, because Ice Bully aren't going to play for 10 turns. We'll be well dead before then. So, unfortunately, this is looking like a loss for us here. We still don't even have anything we can play. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, we're just so dead. Just have to use it to get to hopefully Graviturgist or Caldera Captain. No blocks, life's a resource. Our opponent does have a stop there. Okay, we don't plan on blocking, so we'll attack with both. That was probably the worst opening hand I can think I've ever had in these drafts. Oh god, yeah, we are just... what is going on with these draws?
I don't miss.
Okay, now we actually have blockers, but he's definitely going to have removal for it. Our opponent in these factions, and he hasn't had to use any removal thus far yet. Yeah, not much we can do here. We've drawn 2 of our splash faction sources, but none of one of our main factions. We're actually biased the most towards time. Who knows, if our opponent's just drawing stone cold nothing, doesn't have removal for the captain, and we rip a couple time sigils in a row, we could get there. That's not even that great. It just trades with... Okay, so he wants to trade both of our grenadines away. Oh man, that's so bad if we get time sigil here. Because right now they're holding back the 5-2. Let's take one more hit to the face here. Yeah, we just aren't going to win drawing like that, man. 3 of our splash sources. We only have 5 sources in the deck. Our opponent's at 6 power here. Okay. Yep, I think that's the best we can do, and just hope we draw an undepleted sigil source for Ice Bully.
Grab him.
Oh no, it doesn't even matter then. Wow. Awful.
I can get in.
Come on, just attack all so I can concede here. Yeah. Okay, that's some of the downsides of splashing. Okay. Game 6. Unfortunately, Eternal has seen it fit for us not to win the last 2. In this hand, once again, we can't even get a second faction. This is probably good enough. That was probably a redraw. It's just we've been getting so wrecked with the cards that we've been drawing. The past 2 games were basically non-games. Okay. You know, we're going to hold off on inscribing the Carnosaur Beta. This is one of the inscribed cards, even though it's the most expensive. Okay, and sometimes it just ends up working out. Why we get 2 games, the shuffler absolutely wants to wreck us, and then it does that. Like, what was even the point? Let's see. This can't be anything that trades with, unless it's the 4-2. Oh, he got really lucky. But I guess he didn't even waste the card, right? So we'll need to burn one of these. I would rather burn Molten Feet. But I would like to get the Lotus Instructor out. But what am I buffing? Probably just want to buff the Hurler, right? Yeah, so we'll do that, and we'll hold on to Dasher, I think. Our opponent's not pressuring us at all. I mean, I think it's fine. We can keep in well, we want to get this turn 5 Hurler out. Pass the turn. Okay, our opponent does have a fast spell. I think we can kind of bait out if he if he has like a scale hide or something. This is a great trade for us. He basically discards a card that we got for free. So he could have caloric mix here. But we can just infuse with venom in response. That doesn't do it though. Yeah, so we attack with both. Hopefully you just caloric... Oh. That's so brutal. Okay. Yeah, we'll just inscribe that past the turn. Okay, we have enough for From Elements, but I guess we aren't gonna get that going, huh? What do we want to do here? This would be 7, but I don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket for caloric mix. So we could Bold Adventure. Give it +1/+1 in charge. I don't know what... Our opponent has another fast spell.
I help where I can.
Oh boy. So we have no units in the void, so that's not great for his summon effect. If we do play him, we can immediately use Snowball, giving all of our guys health. I think we just keep on pressing our advantage here.
Just a little more.
So we can attack with him. The 1/4 if he wants to waste it to block that. And actually no. We just attack with the 5/5 here. Okay, trades, sure. Wait, what just happened? The player of your choice. Damn, thank God each. Oh my God, this is brutal. Okay, we play otherworldly whatever. Deal 1 damage. Okay, that's fine. And now we, even if our opponent wipes the board, we have Beta and Torch, essentially have him down to 1. This is almost assuredly game. Wow. That... I just like how the shuffler was like, non-game loss, perfect sequence of sigils for the next game. Like, can't we just have like average normal games? Davidson, rank 27. Oh boy. Oh boy, and we have nothing but 4 drops, but solid influence requirements. I think we gotta redraw, especially this guy's this high of rank. It doesn't bode well for us to just not do anything for the first several turns. Okay, rank 27. Not nervous at all here. Especially quite a mediocre deck we got going on. Man, imagine we just had the bolted... Thanks for that. Thanks for that game. I didn't even get to say it. Okay, now we can draw Primal Silt. Better yet, Elsie and Banner off the top, if we're asking. Okay, no blocks. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned race. It would be nice to use it as a spell, but we just want to inscribe it. That way we can play all these solid 4-drops in our hand. Hopefully we can draw a Primal Influence sometime soon here. Okay. Oh wow, that's really good. Respect. But Horned Vorlunk here blocks his board pretty well. Minus if he has another influence for the Resolute Monk. Yeah, we can't just sacrifice units like that. It's not a sacrifice, but... How best do we go about this here? Foothills Soldier does give us a good block if he has another influence. And Lotus Instructor punishes us pretty heavily if he has removal.
Just a little more.
Let's just get another 3/4. Another 3/4 with Overwhelm. This is going to be a tough game. Our opponent still got... Yep, that was what I was worried about. At this point, I think we need to say screw it and trade. So, we'll trade with the... Yeah, we'll trade here. We're going to need to play Magma Jav. Oh, we can't because... Ooh.
Break the barricade.
That's pretty bad. We can't because of the debt. Okay, we got pretty wrecked there. Our opponent has a decent amount of debt here, but they at least have an attack for 3 we can't do anything about. And even Magma Javelin, we're still going to take 2 damage by using it. So, not liking our chances here. I almost just like Hoof Stomp here instead. Please don't have Indifference. So that's essentially game. So we need to draw... Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 Embezzlers in a row. Okay. No beating that. Damn. Okay, our opponent just had a really solid curve out of aggressive cards in our deck. We just weren't fully prepared to defend against it. Kind of unfortunate. That was still a legit game, though. I'm not blaming anything on that one, so... I'll take the 4 wins. Nothing bad about... What the hell is this thing? Nothing bad about that. Weird deck. We got to at least cast one of the From cycle of rare cards from the Eternal Draft Pack, so that was sweet. Even if it wasn't the strongest one. We got 4K gold back out of a pretty mediocre deck. We did get a legendary out of it, I guess, so that's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, 2 of those losses to just the shuffler doesn't feel great. Even if we didn't have like the best influence package to support the 3-color deck. It's still kind of unfortunate. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll catch you on the channel for more Eternal Cold Hunt drafts. Peace!